there, Ultizeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy! Oh god. Ghostly Galaxy Purple Comet. Oh god. Okay, well, I was coming here because this is the kitchen, and I've been doing one old Galaxy Purple Coin Comet at the start of every single episode so far. But I wasn't expecting it to be Ghostly Galaxy this time, because you can't tell outside of a dome what Purple Coin's gonna be. This one's a noteworthy one. Purple Coins in the bone pen. I might be in trouble. Let's see how well I can do this. There are 149 purple coins in this one little thing that's very reminiscent of the one area that we were racing in. However, the time limit. Oh boy, the time limit. We have 1 minute to collect 100 things. So we better get going straight away. I don't really even know what's going on, to be quite frank. The real trick is just making sure that you constantly are on the move. And remember, the timer doesn't stop when you're done. So you gotta get to the center as well. We've got 10 seconds to get to the center. Take it nice and slow. Okay, that actually wasn't as bad. If you're not experienced with how to do that mission, though, that mission can destroy you. Like, I remember this was one of, like, the two major stars in this game that I could not do for ages when I played this originally. The purple coins in the bone pen is definitely a very tricky star. I like it for that trickery, but it's tough. I honestly am surprised I did it first try, to be quite frank, but whatever. Now then. I don't believe we're gonna immediately be able to do the Sea Slide purple coins, since you can't do two purple coins in two things, I'm pretty certain. So instead, hey you, yeah you, got any tasty star bits? I'm famished, I need 1,000. Okay. I believe this is the Blue Bone? No, it's Sand Spiral. I forgot about Sand Spiral. And just for convenience sake, I'm gonna activate that. Because otherwise it's completely inactivated, and this is just a nice little handy shortcut, so... Bye, comfy couch, Luma. Your textual contribution will not go unnoticed. Alright, let's go take care of Sand Spiral before we go and move on with our lives. Choosing a favorite snack. This is not a very challenging Hungry Luma level, it's just kind of a weird one. The basic premise is choose your favorite snack. Evidently. If you don't take care of that magic Gooba, he's gonna bug you the entire time. Anyways, you can do this with a Boo Mushroom or a Bee Mushroom, and I think everybody knows how I feel about the Boo Mushroom. The Bee Mushroom, I mean. For the bee, it's honestly, I've never even done this with the bee. It's always just seemed really unnecessarily difficult. Whatever. Now, we're not allowed to take the Boo Mushroom outside of there. So now here's the spiral part of the Sand Spiral Galaxy. running around with the Rainbow Mushroom. But you can just kind of cheat and cut corners and do that, so yeah. It can be a little awkward if you don't, because it's also tilted at an angle and constantly moving in that spiral area, but like if you just kind of jump across, it's generally a lot easier than trying to run across the entire thing. So yeah, that's Sand Spiral Galaxy. Overall, not a huge issue, and the Purple Comet's back in the engine room, so... Time for some fun! See ya, Couch Luma. Couch Luma is the real MVP. Never forget Couch Luma. Anyways. Here in the engine room. Here in the low battery engine room. Let's go take on this guy. Arguably the worst Purple Comet in the game, and the worst star in all of Seaslide. This one is a thing. Purple coins by the seaside. The seaside of the Seaslide. So remember this Silver Stars thing we just did? This is that, but worse. And I mean, I guess, like, arguably... The only reason why it's annoying is just because it's slow. It's very slow. So, purple coins here by the seaside. It's not hard at all. It just takes forever. Even the speedrun of this is like 10 minutes long. And I'm not a speedrunner, so this is probably gonna be the entire rest of the episode, just this. Which is why it's good that I have topics to discuss. Because at the end of that last episode, I wanted to talk about a Mario Odyssey thing. And then I was like, wait, no, let me save that for the next episode. So here it's the next episode, so let's talk about that while I do boring purple coin stuff. So, Mario Galaxy has... No, not Mario Galaxy. Mario Odyssey! They both end in Y. It's Mario Odyssey at E3 2017 revealed that there are no lives. Specifically because if you die, instead you just end up losing 10 coins. And the moment I saw that, I was immediately exceedingly happy. Because lives, especially in Mario games, like, I've had this discussion before in Mario Last Impact. Lives don't really mean much in most games anymore. Arcade-style games, yes. Games where it's like, the actual point and challenge is to do this in a certain amount of tries. Yes, it makes perfect sense to, you know, have lives. That's why it still works in stuff like arcades and whatnot. Apparently bees can't do a whole lot. So, lives in mainstream platformers like this haven't added anything ever, really. Like, arguably they were around in the NES era because of game longevity, I guess. Like, back then, like, games were short, but you designed them in such a way that they felt long until you learned them. Like, that's like the philosophy of, like, why Mega Man ended up being designed with the levels that it has, because, like, it has open areas, but, like, there is still technically an order to do them in, and part of the length of the game is figuring out that order in which to best play the game, and best play the levels. Or to just grind a certain level that's harder until you figure out how to do it. Stuff like that. That's the philosophy of the old games, basically, is to just kind of try and make sure you're getting your money's worth, because, like, back then, games just were designed that way. So it's like, for modern game design standards, it's not necessarily good, which is why I hold the more recent Mega Man games a lot harsher than I do the NES ones. But that's beside the point. The point is, lives don't mean anything anymore in most games. Especially in Mario games, where half the time, part of the challenge is getting, like, 9,999 lives. Like, that's part of getting 100% in Mario 3D Land and 3D World. Like, are they even trying? Are they even trying to make lives, to give them a point? That was their attempt at trying to give lives a point. It's like, what? Why? Why this? Why now? Why that way? But now Mario Odyssey has revealed that, no, there are no more lives. Not just that, but there aren't even any game overs. And that is such a good design choice to finally make for them. It means that they're finally accepting modern game design standards. Because, like, how many platformers nowadays have had lives other than Mario? Most of them, most of the popular ones, the indie ones, or the other ones, like, they don't have lives anymore. At least as far as I know and am aware of. So it's like, I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest didn't have lives. It just had infinite checkpoints. Like, if that game had lives, it would have been immensely frustrating. Hell, even other games like even other Metroid games don't have those kinds of lives. So it's like, I don't know, certain games don't need lives, and recently platformers just haven't needed that. I cannot see where I'm going because the camera refuses to rotate properly. So, Mario Odyssey doing that is so exciting to me, because hopefully what I'm hoping for is that it means that we're gonna start seeing even more modern game design standards start to infect the Mario series. And I can only really see that being a good thing, because Mario games on their own are still really well designed, really. So, like, giving them more modern game design standards, I can only see that being a general positive. At least, if they use the good standards. They could also use bad standards. But, I mean, I trust Nintendo. Hopefully. They would not do some of the negative design aspect traits that are not very good. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's a very smart decision on their part to making Mario Odyssey not even just better in for game design standards, but also more approachable. Because that's one of the most frustrating things about lives sometimes, was that, like, it could turn a game from being something that you were enjoying to suddenly being, like, something unapproachable because, like, you ran out of lives and now you can't really get anywhere. And so it's like, oh, what now? Admittedly, actually, that's something I could probably say I'm a little bit worried about for Sonic Mania, potentially, because, like, that game is using a lot of old Sonic standards. So I'm wondering what it's gonna do about lives, because, like, in my playthroughs, I use infinite live cheat codes. And while for the most part I can do okay at them now, I'm still kind of, admittedly, I guess I could say I'm a little worried that things might not go necessarily the best if they maintain a sense that of that old life design. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out, but I'm pretty certain lives are in Sonic Mania. I think what might be better is if they have infinite continues in Sonic Mania. Because, I mean, like, in certain instances, for some of those kinds of levels, I will admit that checkpoints and lives are good. Because, like, I don't mind lives in Mega Man so much, because, like, the amount of lives you use usually is specifically for... Because, like, if Mega Man got rid of lives or game overs, then certain things in Mega Man wouldn't work, because, like, usually when you get a game over, it's usually helpful because you get put on the level you were just in, or you get a chance to try a different level, which is really the only way you ever get to try a different level, and given the concept of level design that it has, like, that's how that works. But then, in addition to that, there's also a sense that... Am I missing something? Yes, I thought I was missing. If you don't... if you don't have the powers that you need, being able to get a game over refills all of the power. All of your weapon energy. And that's a vital aspect of the Mega Man gameplay that you could easily just run out and never be able to get back. So in that regard, it's actually really good design that they have game overs like that. So it depends. So I'm thinking that, like, if Sonic Mania ends up with having, like, game overs and lives, but, like, it has lives and game overs, but it has infinite continues, then I think it will succeed at both retaining a sense of classic difficulty, I guess, but also a modern sense of, like, you can keep trying, it's okay. One of the weirder things you can do is when you end up... is when you end up with having lives and game overs that literally mean nothing, like in Freedom Planet. Like, I still don't understand the point of that. Because you have lives and they're treated as rewards and stuff, but, like, what's the point when getting a game over gives you nothing? Nothing changes. You even keep the checkpoint you were at in the level. Like, that kind of thing is just weird. But whatever. I love the idea that Mario Odyssey is doing that, though, because it feels like it's going to make it a lot more consumer-friendly and a lot more just enjoyable in general, I feel. And that makes me excited. Another thing I'm actually worried about, though, with Mario Odyssey, admittedly, is that I'm kind of worried it might end up clouding my judgment of some other Mario games, specifically the Galaxies. Because one of the things that's kind of always happened to me with these Mario games is that I love them, and then a new one comes out, and then I can no longer view the old one in the same way. Like, the same thing has happened to me with Mario 64 and even Mario Sunshine. It's like, I love those games, don't get me wrong, but, like, when a new one comes out that's just so much better, it's so hard to look at the old one and be like, I still love that just as much as I used to. I'm even starting to feel the effects of that here with the Galaxy games, mainly because of Mario 3D World. And 3D World wasn't even really quite the same kind of concept as this. It's just, because it plays so much better in general, it's like, oh my. Like, this is the first time I'm playing Mario Galaxy since 3D World came out proper. So in that regard, it's like, what is Mario Odyssey gonna do when if and or when it ends up being so much better than any of these other Mario games that have ever come out? What is that reaction going to end up being? How is that going to change how I feel about these games? And that's kind of why I want to be doing Galaxy right now, especially because, like, I want to still feel like I really like these games when I play these games. So that, I guess, when Mario Odyssey comes out, I don't end up going through these games and being like, oh, this isn't as good as Mario Odyssey. Oh, this isn't as good as this, or that, or whatever. So it's like, that would just get old and boring and, like, repetitive, and I don't feel like it would be that enjoyable anyway. Yeah, sure, let's start Toy Time. So, in that regard, I don't know, I want to do Mario Galaxy 1 too before Odyssey comes out, because I just don't want... the opinion that I publicly broadcast to end up being so much more negative than I feel like, I feel like it would end up being negative as a result of Mario Odyssey. What do you have to say, Guillermo? Welcome to the Toy Time Galaxy! We Guillermos are in charge of upkeep and maintenance here. Alright. Anyways, I guess moving on from Odyssey stuff. This is Toy Time Galaxy, arguably the most original galaxy in Dome of Unoriginality. However, you might notice the Mario 1 theme playing, and the 8-bit Mario in the background, and the fact that we're going to be fighting a Mecha Bowser, which is one of the few times in the entire Mario Galaxy game that we fight a boss directly inspired by a boss in the previous series, in the previous game. So, my friends have been kidnapped! In that regard, that's why I feel like this galaxy still kind of belongs in the Dome of Unoriginality. It's still the most original, but it's simultaneously not... It's got the most original level design, but Anyways, the pink stuff makes you rotate gravity. Simple, really. Alright, so... can't go that way yet. I believe you can jump across there, but I believe you also die if you fail. Alright. Now that won't screw that and allow us to do that. Star bits galore, thank you very much. And I believe we can just do this. That was close. Alright. Now up we go through the chimney! Whee! I always like Toy Time. Oh, hey! We gotta get a new power-up! Look at Mario's feet. We transform into Spring Mario! Press A at the right moment to bounce high. Boing! So remember this from Last Impact? If you watched Last Impact first and never played Mario Galaxy before in your life. That's it, to the skies! The Spring Mushroom is... it's a thing. I don't hate it. It's just awkward to control generally because you can't stop with it. You've gotta always be bouncing on some level for this, and because of that, it's kind of weird. Anyways, here we have a thing where we want to destroy as few bricks as possible. Because, when you hit that, they all turn into Starbits! Yeah. So you get more Starbits this way, basically. Okay. Look at that 8-bit Mario. We've seen way too much of him lately. There's a hidden train over there, if you're interested, but I don't really want to stop and talk about it. I hate this one part of this entire level because of this fucker right here. He doesn't stop! I know this, yeah, okay. I knew this was possible without the spring. Gotta be possible without the spring. Maybe only with Luigi, because Luigi can jump higher. Okay, you can go die because you're here. Can I frickin' triple jump, please? Mario is not moving. This is certainly not... this is certainly not Mario 64. I'll tell you that much. I feel like I can do this, though. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just completely wasting time. I'm completely wasting time. I hate this freaking robot here because he's unkillable and he just ruins your day. Normally I have problems getting through this bridge with him. But apparently I have trouble... Come on! I was in the middle about this fucker right here is unkillable and unstoppable. And this one section has always been the worst thing about the spring mushroom. This one area right here is just the absolute worst. And I mean, I guess you could try going this way, but this way is just dangerous because the spring mushroom never stops moving, so it's hard to bounce across something like this. And that still attracts his attention, so... whatever. Finally got through that frigging thing. That one section right there is the only reason why I think most people hate the spring mushroom, I would say. I don't know. The rest of the spring mushroom stuff isn't even really that bad. It's just that one area is stupid. Because of that one robot. Anyways, Mecha Bowser time. He's completely different from his Mario Sunshine incarnation. But he's no less evil. So, lots of anti-gravity stuff. That warp pipe just takes us over there, but I feel like it's a little bit faster to just jump yourself. Whatever. Got some things to screw up. Basically, kind of like Mega Leg from earlier in the game. Slowly climbing a giant thing, a giant robot, to do stuff. Okay, now get a warp pipe. And we get over here. Wow, I'm surprised I made it on that. It's kind of fitting, however, that the Mecha Bowser here is a big old toy, because it's like, this is the Toy Time Galaxy. It's time for toys, obviously. Frickin' bats! Get out of here. Alright, now we get a launch star. Go over here. And now we have a spring mushroom. You can go fuck off. So here are those captured Gearmos that one guy was talking about. Another one of you assholes. All I have to do is destroy that and bam. He is done. Holy crap, 28 minutes? Was this star really that long? It was 17 minutes when I started this episode. Started this star. What happened? Alright, well, next time on Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy, we're gonna do more Toy Time stuff. Jeez. How did that happen? I blame the spring mushroom.